to my YouTube channel wherein we have another video going. A channel wherein we speak about stuff pertaining to Arsenal Football Club, you know, the AFC DMAC channel, all Arsenal. Just want to say, if you haven't gone ahead and subscribed as yet and you're watching this video, then you need to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also click the bell icon as well to get our latest updates, or our latest uploads, I should say. Also, if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for the support. Thanks for sharing, liking, subscribing. Thank you so much for the support. Just want to go ahead and talk a little about the match on Monday, where we played Liverpool at Anfield, the place where most of our miseries, most of our worst nightmare happens. I mean, what is it with us and going to Anfield? I mean, what? Nevertheless, we lost that match. Must say a shout out to all the Liverpool fans who may be taking a look at this video right now. Big shout out to you guys. Must say it was a game well played, and congratulations to you guys in winning that one. So let's talk a little about the match. It was a great match. It was a fairly good match to watch. We all know that Liverpool, they are miles ahead of us in terms of progression, in terms of what should I say? In terms of quality, yeah. In terms of, we have quality. Don't get me wrong, we have quality. It's just that we just need the players to go ahead and discover their real quality, that is within them, and we could be a lot dangerous, maybe even more than Liverpool. They're miles ahead of us. We can't argue with that. We're in a building process. Everyone knows that right now. We're just trying our best to go ahead and see if we could gradually build ourselves back, because Wenger leaving, we got a manager who was crap, and they got rid of him. So we recruited Mikel Arteta, and now we are in the process of rebuilding. Now it's not going to, as Bellerin was in an interview and he said it, the process is not going to be complete overnight. It's going to take a lot of concentration and a lot of hard work and dedication. It's going to take some time. You just have to go ahead and cheer the boys on, in every match that they play. A win, a loss, maybe in like 3 years time, because if we look at what Mikel Arteta has done coming into the dressing room or into the squad, as a manager or as a head coach, look at what he has done. It's a real turnaround. He has made a real what should I say? Let's just say he has been doing really well in bringing back the spirit to Arsenal, and bringing back the enthusiasm to the club. And I can see that the players, they enjoy playing for it. Now, can you imagine if he should get the players that he want, the backing from the board and the owners as well? Can you imagine if he should just get all of that? We would be a force to reckon with. Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool. I'm not even gonna say top now. Because we should go ahead, because Tottenham, they're in a mess themselves. But I'm saying we could go ahead and we could beat a lot of other big teams if we just be patient with the process, trust the process, and just give Mikel Arteta some time to do what he's doing. because it's going to take some time, and I can see improvements. We all can see improvements. I mean, if you are true to yourself and if you are true to life, if we can be a bit honest, you will say that progress is there. I mean, a few months back, if we would have gone to Anfield, it would have been a lot more goals being scored on us. Apart from 3 goals. So yeah, it could have been worse. But Mikel Arteta is changing the team, and I can see that not going to happen overnight, as I've said before. It's a gradual process. It takes time. Just gotta give it some time. So the match ended 3-1. There were some players that didn't do well to me. There are some players I didn't think should have been in there. There are some players that I think should have been in there. They definitely should have been in there. I think they would have done great. Danny Ceballos should have started. The substitution there for Danny Ceballos was a key substitution. I didn't expect Mikel Arteta to go ahead and take off Granit Xhaka, but he did. And Danny Ceballos and El Neni together in there, it was a great balance. Liked it. Ceballos there, he was overworked. Let me just put it that way. He's not an attacking midfielder. He's not one of those creative midfielder he's creative in his own way, but he's not one of those. He's not a player of that nature to go ahead and attack. But he can pick a pass. That is good. He can be skillful on the ball. That is good. But we need more quality in there in the midfield area. We need a bit more quality in there. And yeah, that just leads me to the transfer market at the moment, wherein I want to go ahead and talk about as well, because we all know that Arsenal, we are in need of a midfield, a solid, real creative attacking midfielder at the moment, and Mikel Arteta main target is this guy, Hossim Aouar, a big top player. I mean, Leon's chief, Jean Michael, he said it himself. He's a world-class player. And there have been some reports of him speaking a lot about the player and Arsenal being linked to the player. So that Liverpool match there just sums up a lot of things for us. It gives us a clear idea of where on the pitch we need to go ahead and strengthen most. What players we need to bring in. If we should get a Thomas Partey as well, that would be good, because he as well could be one of those players who can turn match on his head as well. Thomas Partey is a box-to-box midfielder, so it would be great to have him in there. Someone who can be here, be there. He would be really great. But the top target right now for Mikel Arteta and everyone for Arsenal is Hossim Aouar. I think I figured out why this transfer is taking so long. And it's not a matter of we don't have the funds. I think I figured it out based on a comment that was made by Leon's chief, Jean Michael. I can't really say his last name, but it's based on a comment or something that was said by him in maybe an interview or so, when he was saying that the asking price for Aouar is 52 million, yes, and he's saying that we paid 72 million for Nicolo Pepe. Now he's saying that in Jamaican terms we would say it like this: imagine you pay 72 million for Nicola Pepe, and you can't pay 52 million to a world-class player like Aouar. Let me just translate. He's saying that how is it that we can go ahead and spend 72 million on a player like Nicola Pepe, but yet still we can't go ahead and afford a world-class player like Aouar, who is only wherein his asking price is only 52 million to get the player in. He's asking that question. Now that brings me to think a lot on what Mikel Arteta is doing here, or what Arsenal, what I think they're doing. I'm not saying that is what they're doing. I think that is what is happening. I mean, the chief there, he is a negotiation specialist. If anyone remember when we were to get Lacazette, when we were trying to bring Lacazette in, it was one of the most drawn out negotiation or transfer ever, I think, in the history of Arsenal. I mean, it was drawn out, and he gave us hell. He's really good at transfers, or not really say transfer, but negotiation. Really good at that. That's just another tactic by him, because I mean, when he go ahead and he makes a comment like that, it's going to cause fans and other people to think, yeah, it's true. I mean, so, and then he's going to pressure or force the hand. He's just trying to force the hand of the Arsenal negotiating team at the moment. So they have to be really smart, and that is why I say I think I figured out why this transfer is taking so long to happen. I mean, if we look at Nicola Pepe, he's not really performing the way we are expecting him to perform at the moment. I mean, he's a great player now, don't get me wrong, great player on the ball. He's full of skillful player, and yeah, he's just not, yet still he's just not performing the way we want him to. Now, I think the board may be looking at that, or Mikel Arteta and Edu may be looking at that and saying to themselves, we have to be smart about this. We have to be a bit clear on what we're doing. We have to make the right decision. Are we getting the right player here? If it's even the right player, or is he worth it? Is he worth the amount that Liam is asking us to pay for him? Now they have to make some analyzation of the player. So they have to go ahead and analyze the situation really carefully. So when we as fans behind the scene, and I'm not saying that is what is happening, but if we look closely and if we listen to the comments, if we listen to most of the comments, and if we just take into consideration maybe why it's taking so long to get a player in, why is it taking so long? But Gabriel, we got him to come to the club in no time. But the only thing was that the announcement of the player was just a bit lengthy. But this one with Aouar, it's taking like forever. It's actually took the whole transfer window. Bear in mind, the transfer window closes on Monday, yes, which is the 5th of October, yes. So the transfer window closes that time. Sorry about that. Yeah. They're just being careful not to go ahead and spend unnecessary funds right now. And the chief is asking, how is it that we can pay that amount for a player like Pepe, but yes, still we can't afford Aouar, who is a little bit less than that. Now, when we bought Pepe in 2019 summer, there wasn't any pandemic, there wasn't any COVID-19. We had money, well, not a lot, but we did have a little bit to spend, right? And we go for the best possible option there is, which was Pepe. He looked suitable, so we went ahead and we bought him. But he just didn't live up to the expectations that we have for him at the club. Now that causes to that could be causing, or the board, the Arsenal board, they maybe went ahead and put that to Mikel Arteta and Hedu, saying, listen, you guys, you might be like Rahul. Is it Rahul Sandy, that guy that Arsenal got rid of? Yeah, that guy. He was in charge of those transfers. Now they could be looking at stuff like that and saying, hey, listen, we need to make the right decision. We don't want to end up like Sanli there. So we have to make the right decision. Now COVID is around, we don't have much money to spend. That even makes things a bit worse. We have to keep in mind and be clear and vigilant about what decisions. Well, they have to keep in mind and be clear about what decisions they are making for in the transfer market. Don't have much money to spend, try to spend it wisely. That's basically it. As I said, this is just my way of looking at it. I'm not sure if you guys share the same view, but that's just my way of looking at it. I strongly think that is what is happening. We are going to get the player though. I really do think that we are going to get the player, and it might not be for the I almost forgot one more thing. The chief there is saying that he might even be willing to go ahead and drop the price for the player a bit. Not sure how true that is, but it's just some rumors or some speculations going around. I'm not sure. I'm gonna dig deeper into that though, just to see it, just to find out. But he's saying that he's even willing to go ahead and lower the price a bit, so that Arsenal could. But he's saying that in news, he's aware that the pandemic is on and stuff like that. So he's going to go ahead and see if he can drop the price a bit. That would be great. But in the same breath, I'm not sure if that is true or if that is fake. It's just some rumors going around. And yeah, that's just it for now. For that, I mean, you guys, as I've said, if you haven't gone ahead and subscribed as yet, please go ahead and do so. It would mean a lot to me if you know anyone who might be interested in videos like these. Go ahead and share the video. Subscribe if you haven't as yet. All those who have already subscribed, continue to share, continue to like. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about my little theory on why the deal for Aouar is taking so long. That's my take on it. Don't know if you guys share the same view. You could take a look into it as well, see what you can get from yourself. Go ahead and read up on the news and views that are going around as well. Thanks again for supporting, guys. You have yourself a wonderful rest of it. And peace. I'm out as usual.